And good Friday evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Deron Butler, welcoming you to another edition of Heat Zone Live. Tonight, the Miami Heat are in the Big Apple as they take on the New York Knicks as part of the NBA In-Season Tournament Cup. The last time these two teams have played, the Heat came out on top against the Knicks. On this time around, the Heat are away from the Conference of South Florida in the hustle and bustle of the Big Apple. So the Heat are looking to go 2-0 in the NBA in-season tournament, trying to win out of Group C against the Knicks. Already they have a 1-0 record after beating the Hornets. Now they have not just the Knicks to worry about, but they also have Chicago, and I think Milwaukee is in the same group. So if the Miami Heat manages to beat those teams along with the Knicks, they will win out of that group. So here are my keys for tonight's game. Along with the defense, you gotta have Kel'el Ware and Nikola Jovic active and involved in this game. From alley-oops to extra passes, this is how you get them involved. Another one is crashing the glass on both ends of the floor, especially the offensive end. How many times have Miami been beaten out on the offensive end for rebounds? They've been beaten so many times despite coming back and winning. But if they can manage to get some offensive rebounds and get some second chance points, that would be great. And finally, they need to utilize the mid-range game and get themselves involved to get the free throws. So those are my keys for the game. And right now the players are warming up, and we should have tip-off coming very soon. So stick around for more Heat Zone, and we should have not only player introductions but opening tip as well. And we are back. Here's a look at our starting lineup for the Miami Heat. Andrew Wiggins, Pelle Larsson, Kelly Ware, Davion Mitchell, and Norman Powell will be the starting lineup for the Miami Heat. A very solid lineup, if I say so myself. Even without Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero in the mix. But of course, the Heat are still resilient as ever. So right now, we're waiting for the starting lineup for the New York Knicks. So starting out for the Knicks, we have Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, and Mikal Bridges. Right now, they're showing us the intro video for the New York Knicks. All right, here's our starting lineup for the New York Knicks. All right, the official lineup for the New York Knicks. Karl Anthony Towns, next we have OG Anunoby, then we have Jalen Brunson, Mitchell Robinson, and finally Mikal Bridges. So we should get this one started right away. We already saw the opening lineups for both teams. So tip-off should be coming very soon. Alright, so it's Miles McBride, Mitchell Robinson, Karl Anthony Towns, OG Anunoby, and Mikal Bridges. So I guess we're not going to see Jalen Brunson on the floor tonight. Lots of big names in the Garden tonight, including Tracy Morgan, Chris Rock, I believe, and of course the one and only Spike Lee. Always a fixture at these Knicks games. Right now the players are getting warmed up. We should have opening tip-off coming soon. I know I keep repeating myself, but it's taking forever. All right, so here we go. New York wins the tip, and we got some action on the way. All right, Mikal Bridges being guarded by Pelle Larsson. New York now swinging the ball around. They go for the corner three. They miss. Rebound by Kelly Ware. He gives it to Larsson. Larsson gives it to Davion Mitchell. Back out to Wiggins. That's a three. That's a miss. And it's recovered. Nope. Recovered by the Knicks. Here comes OG Anunoby. That's a three from Karl Anthony Towns. That's also a miss. Another rebound by Kelly Ware. Here comes Davion Mitchell. Gives it to Norman Powell. Miami swinging the ball around. They give it to Wiggins. Kelly Ware. And he gets the basket to put Miami on the board. Here come the Knicks now. So We're gonna drive it into the lane. Gives it to Karl Anthony Towns. And Cat will go to the line for 2 free throws. That foul is on Andrew Wiggins. Alright, so New York will have it side out. Here come the Knicks now. And that's an offensive foul on New York, so it'll be Heat ball. It was see, that's an illegal screen on New York. That one's gonna be on Mitchell Robinson. And here come the Heat now. Davion Mitchell brings it up to the floor. Gives it to Pelle Larsson. Larsson being guarded by Bridges. Andrew Wiggins 3. And Andrew Chief Wiggins 3 for Miami. The Heat go up by 5. Here comes Mikal Bridges. Being guarded by Davion Mitchell. New York is swinging the ball around. They give it back to Bridges. That's a fadeaway. That's a miss. Rebound by Kel'el Ware. Here comes Davion Mitchell now. Gives it to Norman Powell. That's a 3. And Norman Powell will go to the line for 3 free throws. And as I always say, you don't foul a shooter when they're going for the 3. That is a golden rule, and an unwritten rule at that. So it's 3 free throws for Norman Powell. Powell this season he ranks 7th for free throws made and 13th for three-pointers made. Powell knocks down the first, and we have a 6-point game. Powell misses the second. And he makes the third, so it's a 7-point game. Here comes the Knicks now. Mikal Bridges bringing it up to the floor. Gives it to Karl Anthony Towns. Back out to Bridges. That's a 3 on the way. It's a miss. Rebound by Mitchell Robinson. Gives it to Karl Anthony Towns. Karl Anthony Towns. New York's passing the ball around. Blocked by Larsson. Here comes Mitchell Robinson. Nope. Ball's not loose, but rebound by New York. They give it to Karl Anthony Towns. That's a 3. And Karl Anthony Towns gets the Knicks on the board. It's a 4-point game for Miami. The Heat give it to Norman Powell. Here comes Larsson. He misses that one. And here come the Knicks. New York now has the ball. Karl Anthony Towns another 3. And he goes 2 for 2 from 3-point land. And it's now a 1-point game for Miami. Here comes Davion Mitchell. Gives it to Larsson. That's a 3. And Pelle Larsson knocks down the 3. 4-point game for Miami. Here comes the Knicks now. Mikal Bridges now has the ball. Being guarded by Davion Mitchell. He drives into the lane. And he knocks down the basket over Kel'el Ware. So it's a 2-point game for New York. Knicks trail by 2. Here comes Wiggins. Wiggins flying to the lane. And Wiggins gets the basket. So it's now a 4-point game for Miami. Here come the Knicks now. They give it to Karl Anthony Towns. and ball is knocked loose, it will go right back to the Knicks. So far the Knicks have been hustling on the offensive rebounding end, which I've talked about being a glaring issue for Miami. Not to mention the three-pointer has been on point for the Knicks. Okay, all right, New York has the ball. Give it to Karl-Anthony Towns. And that was knocked loose, but it will remain with the Knicks. Landry Shamet in the game for New York. Here come the Knicks now. Karl-Anthony Towns another three. Blocked by Kelly Ware, but recovered by OG Anunoby. No one on the Heat defense didn't see that coming. No? Well, either way, the Knicks trail by 2. Here comes Norman Powell. Gives it to Davion Mitchell. To Larson. Back out to Mitchell. Here comes Davion Mitchell. To Kelly Ware. And that's a missed 3. Rebound by New York. Karl-Anthony Towns. And he gets the layup plus the and one opportunity coming. Nice heads up play to find Karl-Anthony Towns streaking right up to the lane. Miami needs to put more defensive effort into that one. And Karl-Anthony Towns makes the and one. The Knicks lead by 1. Comes Pelle Larson now. Being guarded by Shamet. Larson gives it to Davion Mitchell. Ball's knocked loose, and here come the Knicks. They give it to OG Anunoby. Missed layup. And I think that may be an over and back on the Knicks. Mikal Bridges wanted a foul on I think Wiggins or Norman Powell. Referees say the ball will be with New York. The Knicks will call, I think the Knicks call a timeout. Yeah, it looks like the Knicks call a timeout, so we'll be right back. Score is 13-12, Knicks. And we are back. Score is 13-12. New York. So far, the Knicks need to. So far, the Heat needs to step up their defensive intensity right now. They've allowed the Knicks to get their baskets off through Karl Anthony Towns. Knicks will have it side out. They give it to Josh Hart. Here comes Hart, driving to the lane. Kicks it out to Landry Shamet for a three. And Landry Shamet knocks it down. Score is 16-12, New York. Here comes Norman Powell. Miami swinging the ball around. They give it to Jaime Jaquez. Back out to Davion Mitchell. Norman Powell, that's a three. That's a miss. Rebound by Josh Hart. Here comes Miami now. Here comes New York. That's a three. Another miss. Here come the Heat now. Jaime Jaquez Jr. brings it up. Gives it to Davion Mitchell. That's a three. And good night, off night. Davion Mitchell knocks down the three. And the Heat are within one. All right, the Knicks bringing up the ball. They're swinging the ball around. They give it to Karl Anthony Towns. Towns being guarded by Kel'el Ware. Cat with the fake, but gives it to Mikal Bridges. I think that's Mikal Bridges is going for the N1. Sorry, Miles McBride, my bad. Miles McBride will go to the N1. Looked like it was going to be a foul at first, but then Miles McBride was in the area to get the basket. Miles McBride misses the N1. Here comes Miami now. And that's a three from Go Norman Powell Ranger. Game tied at 18. Here comes Mikal Bridges. Bridges being guarded by Larson. Kicks it out to McBride. McBride out to Hart. Hart being guarded by Norman Powell. Karl Anthony Towns has it. Driving to the lane. And gets the basket over Kel'el Ware. The Knicks go up by 2. And there's a 3 on the way from Go Norman Powell Ranger. The Heat lead by 1. Ball is not loose. It will remain with the Knicks. Last touch by Norman Powell. Karl Anthony Towns is still showing signs of aggression. I'm just hoping for Kel'el Ware to show the same kind of grit and intensity. All right, Jordan Clarkson is now in the game for the Knicks. Here comes Bridges. And Mikal Bridges knocks it down. Here comes the Heat now. They're swinging the ball around. Davion Mitchell misses that one. Rebound by New York. Josh Hart now has it. Kicks it out to Jordan Clarkson. That's a 3. Rebound by Mitchell Robinson. He gives it to Josh Hart. Hart being guarded by Powell. Norman Powell almost went for the steal. Miles, 3. No go for the Knicks. Rebound by Davion Mitchell. Gives it to Jaquez. Back out to Mitchell. That's a 3. Kel'el Superboy Ware. 3 from Miami. And the Heat lead by 2. Here comes New York now. They give it to Jordan Clarkson. Mitchell Robinson sets the screen, and that's going to be an illegal screen for New York. Another illegal screen, and that will go right back to the Heat. Andrew Wiggins is checking back in the game for Miami. And so is Drew Smith. Here comes Hawkins. Hawkins has the ball. Hawkins gets... I think Hawkins got fouled. I think that will probably send him to the line for 2 free throws. So Jaime Hawkins Jr. will go to the line for 2 free throws. Hawkins knocks on the first. And Karl Anthony Towns will come into the game for New York. Hawkins knocks down both free throws. The Heat lead by 4. Here comes Mikal Bridges. He gives it to Jordan Clarkson. Back out the Towns. To Landry Shamet. Josh Hart misses the layup. Rebound by Drew Smith. Drew Smith kicks it out to Larson. Larson with the behind-the-back pass to Hawkins, and that was sweet. Layup by Hawkins, and the Heat go up by 6. Here comes Josh Hart. Kicks it out to Towns. Landry Shamet, 3. It's a miss. Rebound by Hawkins. Hawkins flies in. Kicks it out to Jovic. That's a 3. And that's an air ball. And it will be Knicks ball. I admire the fact that Nicole. Oh, so it was Jovic with the nice behind the back pass. I thought it was Larson. But we will have a timeout. Miami leads 28-22 in this one. And we are back. Score is 28-22. Score is 28-22 Miami. The Knicks have possession of the ball. Alright. Landry Shamet will inbound the ball. Alright. They give it to Shamet, kicks it out to Towns. Here comes Karl-Anthony Towns, gives it to Josh Hart for the layup. Looks like the Knicks trail by 4. Here comes Jovic. Jovic drives it into the lane and the Heat go up by 6. Here comes Mikal Bridges. Gives it to Shamet. Back out to Towns. Karl-Anthony Towns backing down Wiggins. Towns. And he gets the layup. The Knicks trail by 4 in this one. Here comes Jaquez. It's a 3. It's a miss from Simone Fontecchio. And here comes Josh Hart. Corner 3. No. Here comes. Knicks get a 3. It's a miss. Ball was last touched by Miami. Good heads up play by Mikal Bridges. All right, New York will inbound the ball. They give it to Josh Hart. To Towns. And Karl-Anthony Towns gets the layup. The Knicks are within 2. Here comes Jaquez. And it's stolen away by New York on a fast break. And they botched the dunk. They botched the dunk. Here comes Jovic. To Wiggins. Wiggins a 3. That's a miss. Rebound by New York. And they got numbers. Here they come. Karl-Anthony Towns loses the ball. Corner 3. And the Knicks retake the lead. So it's a 1-point game. Here comes Jovic. Kicks it out to Fontecchio. That's a 3. And Simone La Dolce Vita. Fontecchio a 3. Mwah! The Heat retake the lead and they lead by 2. Here come the Knicks. They give it to Landry Shamet. To Mikal Bridges. To Jordan Clarkson. Here comes Clarkson. And blocked by Larson, but that's going to be a foul on the Heat. Nice heads up and hustle play by Karl-Anthony Towns to give the Knicks the lead on that one. Only for the Heat to erase it with a Simone Fontecchio 3. Jordan Clarkson out the line. Clarkson misses the first. And Clarkson knocks down the second. So we have a 1-point game. Here comes Drew Smith now, being guarded by Clarkson. Here comes Jaquez. Jaquez with the turnaround jumper. He misses it. Rebound by Drew Smith. And Drew Smith will go to the line for two free throws. Drew Smith now at the line. He knocks down the first. So we have ourselves a 2-point game. And Drew Smith knocks down the second. So at the end of the first quarter, score is 35-32, Miami. We'll be back for the second quarter. And we are back. Score is 35-32 Miami. Karl Anthony Towns has been leading the way for the Knicks. 18 points, going 70% from the field. The Heat now have the ball. And it appears that OG Anunoby will be out for the game. He will not return for the Knicks. He has a hamstring injury. Hate to see that. Knicks recover the ball. Here comes Jordan Clarkson. Kicks it up to Shamet. Shamet being guarded by Hawkins. Here comes Mikal Bridges. Back out to Shamet. That's a three from New York. And the Knicks tie it up at 35. Here comes Hawkins. Gives it to Fontecchio. Almost loses the ball. And it's recovered by New York. Here comes Jordan Clarkson though. Driving to the lane. The Knicks looking for another three. Here comes Karl Anthony Towns. Driving in. Misses it. And here comes the Heat. Jovic now. Kicks it out to Hawkins. Here comes Hawkins. And Hawkhead dunks it in, and the Heat retake the lead. Here comes the Knicks now. Karl-Anthony Towns backing down Jovic. Gives it to Jordan Clarkson. That's a three. And Jordan Clarkson knocks it down to give the Knicks a 2-point lead. Or rather, 1-point lead. My bad. 1-point lead. And that's, oh wow, the refs called that an offensive foul over the back foul on Nikola Jovic. I'm pretty sure, yeah, that one was over the back. Jovic got way too aggressive over Andrew Shamet. And here come the Knicks now. Karl-Anthony Towns gets another basket. He was looking for a foul, doesn't get it. The Knicks lead by 3. Here comes Hawkes. Give it to Drew Smith. Ball is knocked loose. It will remain with the Heat. Karl-Anthony Towns, he's been aggressive so far for the Knicks. Been carrying the offensive load. That's a 3. That's a miss from Fontecchio. Ball will go to the Knicks. Here comes Jordan Clarkson now. That's a 3 from Karl-Anthony Towns, and he knocks it down. And the Knicks go up by 6. Here comes Miami now. They give it to Wiggins. Wiggins. The spin. And he gets fouled. I think that foul is going to be on Karl-Anthony Towns. Andrew Wiggins will go to the line for 2 free throws. Makes the first, and it's now a 5-point game. Alright, Wiggins knocked down both free throws, so it's now a 4-point game. Bridges. Here comes. No! Jordan Clarkson misses that layup. Ball was knocked loose, and it will remain with the Knicks. So Moni Fontecchio wants a challenge, but not sure who touched it last. It looks like it was Hawkes who touched it last. So we will have a timeout, a challenge on our hands. The Knicks lead 43-39. And we are back. Score is 43-39 New York. And after that last play, after that last challenge, it looks like it's going to be Knicks ball. It was last touched by Miami. I'm sorry. Miami won the challenge. My mistake. It was last touched by the Knicks. Here comes Drew Smith. Yes, it to Fontecchio. And Simone La Dolce Vita Fontecchio. 3 from Miami. Here comes New York now. They're swinging the ball around. They give it to Mikal Bridges. And it's knocked loose by Miami. Here come the Heat. Drew Smith gives it to Hawkins. Hawkins flies in. Misses the layup. Here come the Knicks. They give it to Josh Hart. Josh Hart finds McBride. Jordan Clarkson a 3. And he knocks down the corner 3. And the Knicks go up by 4. Drew Smith now. Gives it to Hawkins. To Fontecchio. To Hawkins again. Here comes Hawkins. Gives it to Kel'el Ware. And Kel'el Ware goes for the N1. That is a nice play right there. Good play for Kel'el Ware. Got the rebound plus the N1. Hopefully we see more of that for Kel'el Ware. Kel'el Ware in this game. He has 7 points and 4 rebounds. And Kel'el Ware will knock down the N1. The Heat are within 1 right now. Here come the Knicks. Mikal Bridges has the ball. Gives it to Josh Hart. Back out to McBride. Miles McBride knocks down the 3. And the Knicks go up by 4. Here comes Hawkins flying through the lane. And he goes coast to coast for that layup. The Heat are within 2. Here come the Knicks now. They give it to Mikal Bridges. Bridges misses the basket. Rebound by Norman Powell. Here comes Hawkins again. Back out to Norman Powell. Hawkins gets fouled. Sorry, Norman Powell gets fouled, and he will go to the line for 2 free throws. Here comes Davion Mitchell. Mitchell being guarded by Mikal Bridges. They give it to Norman Powell. Here comes Norman Powell. It's a step back. That's a miss. Rebound by New York. Here comes Karl Anthony Towns. Karl Anthony Towns gets fouled, and I think he may go to the line for 2 free throws. Alright, so New York will have it side out. They give it to Josh Hart. Hart being guarded by Jovic. That's a corner three for New York. That's a miss. Rebound by Jovic. Jovic brings it up to the floor. Gives it to Davion Mitchell. That's a three. That's a miss. Back taps out to Jaquez. Here comes Norman Powell. That's a three. And go Norman Powell Ranger. That's a three for Miami. The Heat lead by 1. Here come the Knicks now. They give it to Landry Shamet. Nice recovery and rebound by Miami. Here comes Davion Mitchell. And Davion Mitchell gets the layup. And the Heat lead by 3. The Knicks call timeout. Score is 52-49 Miami. And we are back. Score is 52-49 Miami. So far, the Heat have come back into this one. But the Knicks, they might tie it up with a 3. The Knicks inbound the ball. They give it to Landry Shamet. Shamet being guarded by Norman Powell. Here comes Jordan Clarkson. And he banks it in. The Knicks trail by 1. And that's going to be a foul on the Knicks. And it will be an and 1 for Pelle Larsson. So Pelle Larsson will go to the line as the Heat lead by 3. Hello Larson will knock down the and one to give Miami a 4-point lead. And it's stolen away by Miami. Davion Mitchell breaking up that pass. Here comes Jovic. And that's going to be an offensive foul on Miami. So it looks like Miami will challenge that last foul. From what I'm looking at, Landry Shamet shuffled his feet. He was not in position. Yeah, he was not in position. So that's gonna be possession for Miami. From my vantage point, it looks like Landry Shamet shuffled his feet and got in position way too late. So thankfully, well, let's see what the referees have to say. Score is still 55-51 Miami. So it will be 2 free throws for Nikola Jovic. That foul is definitely on Landry Shamet. Jovic at the line. He misses the first. And he makes the second. And the Miami Heat lead by 5. Here comes Mitchell Robinson, being guarded by Kel'el Ware. He gives it to Jordan Clarkson. That's a 3. Yeah, that's a miss. Rebound by New York. Here comes Jordan Clarkson. And that's going to be a foul on Jovic. So that will send Jordan Clarkson to the line for 2 free throws. Jordan Clarkson misses the first. And Jordan Clarkson makes 1 of 2 from the line. Knicks trail by 4. That one's going to be an over and back on Miami. That missed three is from Norman Powell. Here come the Knicks now. Josh Hart gives it to McBride. To Landry Shamet. Spin the ball around back to McBride. Here comes Jordan Clarkson, corner three. He misses, and he will go to the line for 3 free throws. I said this earlier. You don't foul a shooter when they're going for the three. So that's 3 free throws for Jordan Clarkson. Clarkson makes the first. He makes the second. It is now a 2-point game for Miami. And Jordan Clarkson makes all 3 free throws. And it's stolen away by Bridges. Here comes the Knicks now. Mikal Bridges a 3. And he gives the Knicks the lead. The Knicks lead by 2. Here comes Miami now. They give it to Davion Mitchell. Out to Wiggins. Wiggins. Looks like they may have been. Looks like there's going to be a foul on the play on New York. All right, Kelly Ware at the line. He makes the first. And Kelly Ware ties the game up at 58. Here come the Knicks now. Bridges kicks it out to Hart. That's a 3. And Josh, the hitman Hart, a 3 for New York. Right, here comes Miami. Norman Powell has the ball. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Here comes Wiggins. Kelly Ware with the rebound and the putback and the stuff. And the Heat trail by 1. Nice defensive play by Kelly Ware. And here come the Heat. They kick it out to Norman Powell. Norman Powell with the reverse layup, and the Heat retake the lead. Here come the Knicks now. Karl-Anthony Towns, a long 3. It's an air ball. Rebound by New York. Another 3 for Karl-Anthony Towns, and this one goes down. The Knicks lead by 2. Here comes Kelly Ware. Gives it to Wiggins. Wiggins driving into the lane. Kicks it out to Davion Mitchell. Here comes Davion Mitchell. Norman Powell, a 3. That's a rebound miss. Here come the Knicks. Karl-Anthony Towns again, a 3. And he knocks that one down. As the Knicks go up by 5. And here come the Heat now. They give it to Davion Mitchell. Here comes Larson. Larson loses the ball, and it will go right back to the Knicks. Karl-Anthony Towns showing that range of his from behind the arc. Miami definitely needs to be aware of that one. Karl-Anthony Towns so far in this one has 29 points, 60% shooting from behind the arc, and 11 for 16 from the field. And Towns will go to the line for 2 free throws. Karl-Anthony Towns knocks down the first, and we have a 6-point game for New York. And Karl-Anthony Towns knocks down both free throws. So it's a 7-point game for New York. Here come the Heat now. They give it to Davion Mitchell. Here comes Norman Powell. Back out to Mitchell. Norman Powell. That's a corner 3. And his last touch by the Knicks. So it'll be Heat ball. Here comes Davion Mitchell. That's a 3 from Wiggins. And that's going to be another foul on the Knicks. That one's going to be on Landry Shamet. Shamet got way too aggressive with Kel'el Ware. And that one's going to come back to haunt him. Kel'el Ware returning back to the line for Miami. Ware makes the first. And Ware misses. Ware goes 1 of 2 from the line. Landry Shamet, corner 3, and it's good. The Knicks lead by 9. Here comes Hawkes. Hawkes gives it to Wiggins. A corner 3 for Miami. And it's good for Jaime Hawkes Jr. Jaime the Aztec Hawkes Jr. 3 for Miami. And the Heat trail by 6. Mikal Bridges gets the basket, so the Knicks lead by 8. Here comes Miami. And I think that's going to be a foul on Landry Shamet again. Hawkes lowered his shoulder and just bulldozed over Shamet. Hawkes misses the first free throw. Keshad Johnson and Pella Larson are in the game for Miami. Khalil Ware and Andrew Wiggins will take a seat. Hawkins misses both free throws. Here come the Knicks. And that basket is good for New York. Josh Hart with the layup. Here come the Heat now. Norman Powell. And he gets the layup under the rest. The Heat trail by 8. Right. New York has the ball. Josh Hart being guarded by Davion Mitchell. Here comes Josh Hart. And he gets the basket. And at halftime, the score is 78-68, New York. Oh boy. The first quarter was Miami getting their shots to fall. But then in the second quarter, New York started to make things much difficult, exchanging the lead back and forth until the Knicks broke out on their own, getting defensive rebounds and beating Miami for second chance points on offense. Part of that Knicks surge is because of Karl Anthony Towns. He's been showing his range from behind the arc, and that's something that the Heat needs to take care of. They need to close out on those shooters. Far too often, when a team is swinging the ball around, making extra passes, they're gonna find an open player. So if Miami can cut off the passing lanes of the Knicks, they'll be fine and they can get themselves back into the game. But right now, it's a 10-point lead for New York, and we'll be back for the third quarter. And we are back for the third quarter. Karl Anthony Towns has been leading the way for the Knicks on offense. He has 31 of the Knicks' 78 points. So he continues to be a threat for Miami. Alright, Miami has possession of the ball. Arson kicks it out to Norman Powell. And Norman Powell knocks down the three. The Heat trail by 7 in this one. Here comes Miles McBride. Gives it to Karl Anthony Towns. New York so far has 31 bench points and 10 offensive rebounds to Miami's 4. So it will be a jump ball this time. Jordan Clarkson coming out of the game. And here comes Landry Shamet. Alright, so we have a jump ball between Karl Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins. New York wins the tip. But Miami recovers the ball, and here come the Heat. Nice layup from Wiggins, and the Heat trail by 5. Here comes Landry Shamet. That's a 3 on the way, and it's good for Mikal Bridges. Here come the Heat now. And that fadeaway is good from Andrew Wiggins. The Heat trail by 6. Here comes Bridges. And Miles McBride knocks it down. The Knicks lead by 8. Norman Powell gets fouled and he will go to the line. Alright. Norman Powell got fouled. Looks like he was going to shoot for the 3. Yeah, so Norman Powell will go to the line for 3 free throws. Miami's pace so far has been stellar. They rank first in the league in pacing, so that is a good thing. And Norman Powell knocks down both free throws, so I guess it was two free throws instead of 3. Comes Mikal Bridges. Gives it to Karl Anthony Towns. That's a missed 3. Rebound by Kel'el Ware. Here comes Davion Mitchell. Gives it to Wiggins. Wiggins loses the ball, and here come the Knicks. Miles McBride has it. Being guarded by Davion Mitchell. And he will go to the line for 2 free throws. Instead, the Knicks will have it side out. They give it to Karl Anthony Towns. And that's going to be another foul on Miami. Knicks will have it side out again. Ball's knocked loose. It will still remain with the Knicks. Here comes Josh Hart. Gives it to Landry Shamet. Shamet knocks down the step back three, and the Knicks go up by 9. Here comes the Heat. And Davion Mitchell will go to the line for 2 free throws. Davion Mitchell misses the first. And Davion Mitchell goes 1 of 2 from the line. The Heat trail by 8. Here comes Josh Hart. Gives it to Miles McBride. Out to Bridges. Back to Towns. And Landry Shamet gets the uncontested layup. Khalil Ware got there way too late. So it's a 10-point game for New York. Miami swinging the ball around. Missed layup by Norman Powell, and here come the Knicks. That's a miss for Karl-Anthony Towns, and rebound by Pele Larson. Here comes Larson. Gets fouled, and he will go to the line for 2 free throws. Pele Larson knocks down the first. And Pele Larson makes both free throws. The Heat trail by 8. Here comes Landry Shamet. Being guarded by Davion Mitchell. He give it to Josh Hart. Back out to Shamet. Shamet driving to the lane. And he gets the layup over Khalil Ware. So it's now a 10-point game for New York. Here comes Davion Mitchell. Being guarded by Josh Hart. Gives it to Wiggins. Here comes Wiggins. And that's a corner 3 for Pele Larson. And the Heat trail by 7. Karl-Anthony Towns. That's a 3 for Bridges. He misses it. Rebound by Khalil Ware. Gives it to Larson. So here goes Norman Powell. Gets fouled. And he will go to the line for free throws. Sorry, the Heat will have it side out. Alright, Miami swinging the ball around. They give it back to Powell. And Norman Powell misses the layup. Here comes the Knicks now. That's a 3 on the way. And that's a miss. Rebound by Norman Powell. And that's an errant pass from Miami. And that will lead to another missed 3 for New York. Pele Larson, the corner 3. He misses it. Rebound by Wiggins. Wiggins under duress. Gives it to Pele Larson. Gives it to Norman Powell. Back out to Wiggins. Wiggins backing down Shamet. 3 on the way. And Pele Larson does it again. A corner three for Miami. And the Knicks call timeout. The Knicks lead 90-86, but Miami are starting to make their comeback. And we will be right back for more Heat action. And we are back. Score is 90-86. New York. The Heat are starting their comeback. Well, let's see if they can build upon it. Mikal Bridges now has the ball. Shamet kicks it out to Hart. That's a three. That's a miss. And here come the Heat now. Davion Mitchell now has it. Driving into the lane. And that's going to be a foul on Josh Hart. So 2 free throws for Davion Mitchell. Davion Mitchell knocks down the first. And Davion Mitchell knocks down both free throws. The Heat trail by 2. They've cut a 10-point lead down to 2, and the Heat are starting to make their way back into this one. Oh, and it looks like Davion Mitchell may have hurt himself. Davion Mitchell may have tweaked that ankle. Oh, Mitchell appears to be okay, showing no signs of limping. Alright, so here we go. The Knicks have the ball. Landry Shamet, corner 3, and that will go in. The Knicks lead by 5. Here comes Hawkins. Gives it to Davion Mitchell. Back out to Hawkins. Hawkins with the spin. Under the race. And he misses the basket. Here comes New York now. Karl-Anthony Towns. He gets the basket. And the Knicks lead goes up to 7. The Knicks come up with that rebound. Karl-Anthony Towns again. And that's going to be an offensive foul on the Knicks. Karl-Anthony Towns can't believe that one happened. And it looks like Josh Hart is down. He may be clutching his knee. Yeah, Josh Hart looks to be in a lot of discomfort right now, but it appears to be fine. Karl-Anthony Towns and Josh Hart are still arguing with the referees. They don't seem none too thrilled about that foul being called. As Jaime Hawkins goes to the line for 2 free throws. Hawkins makes the first, and it's now a 6-point game. And Hawkins makes both free throws, so it's now a 5-point game. Miles Bragg brings it up to 4 for New York. Gives it to Josh Hart. That's a corner 3. And that's an air ball. Rebound by Miami. Davion Mitchell pushes it up ahead. Gives it to Norman Powell. That's a 3. And go Norman Powell Ranger. That's a 3 for Miami. And they trail by 2. That's a 3 on the way for New York. They miss it. Miami on a fast break. They got numbers. Norman Powell. That's a missed 3. Rebound by Josh Hart. Josh Hart gives it to Landry Shamet. Shamet with the baseline layup, and he gets it. And Landry Shamet will go for the and 1. Norman Powell pushed off on him, and that led to an and 1 opportunity for the Knicks. Landry Shamet with 18 points, 7-11 shooting from the field. Mitchell Robinson is now in the game for the Knicks. He replaces Karl-Anthony Towns. And Landry Shamet knocks down the and 1, so the Knicks go up by 5. And Hawkins gets the layup, so now it's a 3-point game for the Knicks. And that's going to be a foul on the Heat. That will send Jordan Clarkson to the line for 2 free throws. Jordan Clarkson knocks down the first, so it's now a 4-point game for New York. And Jordan Clarkson knocks down both free throws to give the Knicks a 5-point lead. Alright, here come the Heat. Simone Fontecchio. And that's a 3. Simone La Dolce Vita Fontecchio. Mwah! 3 for Miami. The Heat trail by 2 in this one. The Knicks have 46 bench points to Miami's 26. And that's a traveling violation on the Knicks, so it will be Heat ball. Mikal Bridges took one too many steps on that one. And here comes Miami now. Jovic, that's a 3. That's a miss. That's a waste of possession right there. And here come the Knicks. Landry Shamet now being guarded by Fontecchio. The blow by layup, and he gets it. And the Knicks go up by 4. Here comes Jaquez. Jaquez with the spin, the basket, and it's good. The Heat trail by 2. And here comes Jordan Clarkson now. The Knicks are swinging the ball around. Back to Clarkson. Clarkson now. Almost lost the ball, but sinks the basket, and the Knicks go up by 4. Here comes the Heat now. They give it to Fontecchio again, and and it rims out. Here comes Mikal Bridges. Give it to Landry Shamet for a 3. That's a miss. Everyone's diving for the ball. It's recovered by New York. Corner 3 for New York. That's a miss. Rebound by Fontecchio, gives it to Jaquez. Here comes Drew Smith. And that's a goaltending violation on the Knicks. So it'll be 2 points. There should be 2 points for Miami. That was a goaltend on New York. Mitchell Robinson came way too late. Ball was in the air. So it looks like we're gonna have a timeout. Score is 1-0. Okay, they gave it. Okay. The referees did give the point to Miami, so we have a 2-point game. So we'll have a timeout on our hands. The Knicks lead 104-102. And we are back. Score is 104-102, New York. The Knicks are chomping them. The Heat are knocking at that door and they want that lead back. But the Knicks will have to find a way to prevent that from happening. So far, the Heat are showing their pace, and it has been paying off in dividends. Right now, the Heat rank first in points, assists, and pacing. So their offense is off to a very hot start. Right, Drew Smith is at the line. He misses the and one opportunity. Here come the Knicks. Mikal Bridges has the ball. Gives it to McBride. Gives it to Karl Anthony Towns. Here comes Towns. Back out to McBride. McBride. And he knocks it down. And the Knicks go up by 4 again. Here come the Heat. They give it to Jovic. Back out to Drew Smith. Out to Hackett. To Wiggins at the 3. It's a miss. Rebound by Jovic. And the ball, that's an errant pass from Hackett. Bad turnover for Miami. And here comes Jordan Clarkson. Gives it to Miles Bridges. Back to Clarkson. Karl Anthony Towns misses that one, but gets the rebound and the putback as the Knicks go up by 6. Hawkins gives it to Wiggins. Wiggins misses it. Rebound by Hawkins. Wiggins in the paint hustling with Hawkins. He gets that layup as the Heat trail by 4. And here comes Jordan Clarkson now. Gives it to Bridges. Mikal Bridges a 3. And that's an air ball, so it'll be Heat ball. And here comes the Heat now. Jovic to Drew Smith. Backed out to Jovic. Here comes Jovic to Drew Smith to Fontecchio. Fontecchio step back 3. It's a miss. Rebound by Karl Anthony Towns. Jordan Clarkson has it. Here comes Clarkson. Driving into the lane. And that's going to be a foul on the Heat. And that will send Jordan Clarkson to the line for 2 free throws. Jordan Clarkson knocks down the first, and it's now a 5-point game. And Jordan Clarkson makes both free throws. And at the end of the third quarter, the score is 110-104, New York. We'll be back for the fourth quarter. are back, ready to begin the fourth quarter. The Knicks lead by 6, 110 to 104. The Knicks have been dominating with their bench points. They have put up 52 bench points to Miami's 33. So here we go. Landry Shamet loses the ball, but it was knocked loose by Miami. So far in the field goal percentages, New York has shot 50% to Miami's 48%. So it will be Heat ball instead. Wiggins now gives it to Hawkes, and Hawkes gets the layup. So the Heat trail by 4. Here comes Bridges. The Yorker swinging the ball around. Josh Hart looking for the 3. Gets blocked. And Josh Hart will go to the line for 2 free throws after that foul. Wiggins had all ball until he committed that foul. So Josh Hart will go to the line for 2 free throws. He's flirting with a triple-double. 9 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists. And with that free throw, he now has a double-double of 10 points and 10 rebounds. So now it's a 5-point game for New York. And Josh Hart goes 1 of 2 from the line. Here comes Hawkes. Finds Wiggins. Here comes Hawkes. Hawkes misses it. Good shot, Johnson. Hawkes. No! Here come the Knicks now. Jordan Clarkson. And his ball almost got intercepted. And to the Knicks. Here come the Knicks now. That's a 3 on the way. That's a miss. Rebound by New York. Mitchell Robinson came up with that rebound. Kel'el Ware will enter the game early for Miami. Keshad Johnson will definitely take a well-deserved. Here come the Knicks now. Landry Shamet misses that one. Rebound by the Knicks. Here comes Jordan Clarkson. Ball's knocked out of his hands, but it will be Knicks ball. Alright, he gave it to Jordan Clarkson. Here comes Clarkson. Loses the ball. The Knicks still have the ball. That's it. That's Landry Shamet. And that's definitely going to be a 3-point. And that's definitely going to be 3 free throws for Landry Shamet. Simone Fontecchio overcommitted on that one. Shamet makes the first. It is now a 9-point game for New York. Landry Shamet makes the second. So it's now a 10-point game. And Pele Larson comes in the game for Miami. Simone Fontecchio will take a seat. And 3 free throws made for Landry Shamet as the Knicks go up by 11. And here come the Heat. Pele Larson. Get it to Wiggins. Wiggins loses the ball, and here come the Knicks. The Knicks have numbers. That's a 3. And Mikal Bridges knocks it down, and that will prompt a Miami Heat timeout. The Knicks lead 120-106. Things have gotten out of hand for Miami. This lead continues to grow and is slipping away from Miami. And we are back. Score is 120-106. New York. That's a missed 3 from Davion Mitchell. Here comes Landry Shamet. Josh Hart now has it, being guarded by Norvell. And that's a steal from Hawkes. Here he comes. Hawkes gets a fast break layup, and the Heat trail by 12 in this one. Here comes Bridges. Bridges missing the basket. But it will be Knicks ball. Karl Anthony Towns returns back to the game for New York. He's had the hot hand so far for this team. As Mitchell Robinson will come out of the game to a rousing standing ovation, and he will take a much well-deserved seat. All right, here come the Knicks now. They're swinging the ball around. Josh Hart misses the layup, but it will remain with the Knicks. Pele Larson was hoping for out of bounds on Josh Hart. Let's see. Can't really tell if it touched Larson or not. And here comes Miles McBride back into the game for New York. Landry Shamet will come out of the game and will take a seat. Here comes Karl Anthony Towns. That's a three. That's a no-go. The Knicks are looking for another three. Karl Anthony Towns. That's a miss. Rebound by Hawkes. That's a corner three from Pele Larson. That's a no-go. And here come the Knicks. Jordan Clarkson now driving into the lane, and he gets that over Kel'el Ware, and the Knicks go up by 14. The bench has been eviscerating Miami right now. Here comes Davion Mitchell, being guarded by Miles McBride. Here comes Hawkes, gives it to Kel'el Ware, and he dunks it. The Heat trail by 12. Miami needs to get Kel'el Ware more involved in this game. Come on. And that will be out of bounds on New York, but it was last touched by Miami. Looks like that was a reaching foul on the Heat. And we're gonna have ourselves a timeout. Score is 122-110, New York. And we are back. Score is 122-110 New York. The Knicks have been thriving thanks to their bench, and Miami has yet to find some answers. New York will have the ball side out. Josh Hart has the ball now. Gives it to Landry Shamet. That's a three. And he knocks it down. The Knicks go up by 15 in this one. Here comes Jaquez. Gives it to Norman Powell. That's a three for Pele Larson. That's a miss. Rebound by Jaquez. Gives it to Kel'el Ware. Out to Norman Powell. That's a three. And he knocks it down. Norman Powell gets that three-pointer. The Heat trail by 12. Josh Hart gives it to Miles McBride. Karl-Anthony Towns misses that jumper. But the rebound is saved by the Knicks. Karl-Anthony Towns now has it. Kicks it up to Josh Hart. Josh Hart with the fadeaway. Misses. They find Karl-Anthony Towns. And Karl-Anthony Towns will go to the line for 2 free throws. Foul is on Jaime Jaquez Jr. Why wasn't Kel'el Ware guarding Karl-Anthony Towns? What is going on? Karl-Anthony Towns will go to the line for 2 free throws. Karl-Anthony Towns makes the first. Karl-Anthony Towns with 36 points and 8 rebounds. He is flirting with a double-double right now. And Karl-Anthony Towns misses that free throw. Here comes Jaquez. Almost lost the ball. Gives it to Norman Powell. And Norman Powell will go to the line for the and-1. The Heat trail by 11. And Norman Powell makes the and-1, so the Knicks lead is down to 10. Here comes Jordan Clarkson. Gives it to Towns. The Knicks are swinging the ball around. Here comes Larson. Landry Shamet blows by Kel'el Ware. What is going on? And the Knicks lead goes up to 12. The Knicks have the ball again. They give it to Jordan Clarkson. Ball is knocked loose, and the Knicks recover it. Ball's knocked loose again, and it's recovered by the Heat. And Jaime Jaquez Jr. misses that three. comes Landry Shamet. And Landry Shamet again with the layup. And that will force a Miami Heat timeout. The Knicks lead 130 to 116. This one has gotten out of hand for Miami. And it's gotten away from them in a hurry. And we're back, and this game has gotten away from Miami. They kick it out to Wiggins. Misses the three. And that's going to be a foul on New York. Miami will have the ball side out. And they give it to Davion Mitchell. That's a three from Norman Powell. And he sinks it. The Heat trail by 11. Here comes Josh Hart. He brings it up to the floor. Gives it to Mikal Bridges. Here comes Landry Shamet. Back up the Bridges. That's a three. That's a miss. Rebound by Kel'el Ware. Here comes Hawkes. Hawkes flying in. And he gets fouled. Jaime Hawkes Jr. will go to the line for 2 free throws. Hawkes misses the first. And we're going to have ourselves another timeout. This one on the Knicks. are back. Hawkins misses both free throws and rebound by Mikal Bridges. Here comes Mikal Bridges. And Landry Shamet knocks down that three. And this one is definitely out of reach for Miami right now. That's a long three from Norman Powell, and he sinks it. So the Heat trail by 11. That's a three. That's a miss. Miami recovers the ball. Here they come. That's a three for Norman Powell, and rebound by New York. Andrew Shamet now has it. And that's going to be a foul on Miami. So that will send Andrew Shamet back to the line for 2 free throws. Andrew Shamet knocks down the first, so it's a 12-point lead for the Knicks. And Andrew Shamet knocks down both free throws, so it's now a 13-point lead for the Knicks. Hawkins gives it to Wiggins, and Wiggins gets the basket. The Heat trail by 11. Alright, the Knicks are swinging the ball around. And that fadeaway is no good for Mikal Bridges. Here come the Heat. They give it to Wiggins. Wiggins loses the ball, but he recovers it. And it's stolen away by Mikal Bridges. Miami recovers the loose ball. And here they come. That's a three on the way. And Davion Mitchell knocks it down. The Heat trail by 8 in this one. The Heat really needs to get some defensive stops going. And that's going to be a timeout for New York. The Knicks call for a timeout, and they lead 135-127. And we are back. Score is 135-127 in favor of the Knicks. Both teams have a timeout remaining. Only the Knicks have one challenge remaining. And that's going to be a foul on the Heat. That will send Karl Anthony Towns back to the line. That's a costly foul on Miami. Karl Anthony Towns makes the first. It is now a 9-point game for New York. And Karl Anthony Towns makes both free throws. And here comes Jaquez. Kicks it out to Davion Mitchell. Back out to Kelal Ware. Missed layup. And here come the Knicks. They give it to Karl Anthony Towns. And Karl Anthony Towns goes back to the line for 2 more free throws. This one has gotten away from Miami. If I said it before, I'll say it again. This one got away from Miami. Karl Anthony Towns was already with 38 points and 11 rebounds. Towns misses the first free throw. And looking at the standings for Group C for the NBA Cup, it looks like the Heat and the Knicks are going to be tied at one win and 1 loss each. So Norman Powell will go to the line for a technical free throw, and he sinks it. And it wouldn't matter either way because now it's still a 10-point game after that free throw. Rebound by Josh Hart. And he will just take it to the lane without any competition. It is now a 12-point game. Jaquez botches that layup, but it was last touched by the Knicks. You can just tell the Heat defense just gave up. And Jaquez gets the layup. And here comes Mikal Bridges with the 3. That's a miss. Rebound back to Miami. And the layup is good for Norman Powell, but it wouldn't matter either way. The Knicks will walk away with this one. Basket will not count, but final score 140 to 130. And with the East Group C standings, the Milwaukee Bucks are now in first place. meaning both the Heat and the Knicks are now tied at one win, one loss each. A tough loss for Miami right there. A very tough loss for Miami. I'm sorry, it's 140 to 132, excuse me. But still, a very tough loss for the Heat. And this game got away from them right in the third quarter. But not only did it get away from them, but when Karl Anthony Towns, when he gets going on offense, he gets going on offense. And that's something that the Heat should have taken into account. Not only that, they needed to put Kelly Ware on him rather than just hoping that the small ball will work out. Because the Knicks utilized their bigs, such as Karl Anthony Towns, Mitchell Robinson, but also got their points in too with Landry Shamet and Jordan Clarkson and Josh Hart. Miami's defense looked stagnant tonight. Miami's defense didn't even bother to show up. This is one of those games that make you appreciate Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero's efforts. Yeah, this is one game where you wish they were both back on the floor. But again, the Heat's defense didn't even show up. The Heat's offense, while it looked good in the first quarter and even somewhat in the second quarter, they tried to make a comeback in the third quarter. Everything got away from them in the fourth quarter. I mean, whether it was Mikal Bridges, whether it was Landry Shamet, or even the Knicks bench, who outscored Miami. That is just harrowing. And I know that from the first game of the season against the Knicks, the Heat's bench outscored them. Jump to now, the Knicks got some revenge of their own. So it kind of sucks that Miami took it on the chin, and it was not pretty. And like I said, this is one of those games that make you wish that Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero was out there playing, especially in an NBA Cup game. So if we look at the standings right now for the NBA Cup, so in East Group C, Milwaukee now has the lead. Miami, Chicago, and New York are tied, and Charlotte are sitting in last place. So again, this was a must-win for the Heat. Not only for their win percentage, but also in points differential. So now here's hoping that the next two games in the NBA Cup will go in favor of Miami. Sorry, I'm just getting ahead of myself. So hopefully the next two games for Miami against Chicago and Milwaukee will go in the Heat's favor. And again, this was a tough loss, so that definitely stings for Miami. And pull up the So now the Heat have lost 2 in a row this season. The Heat have lost 2 in a row right now, and they probably need a comeback win. All right. So for the Heat, Paolo Larson had 14 points. Andrew Wiggins had 15 points. Norman Powell led the way with 38 points. Jaime Jaquez Jr., the only Heat player off the bench that had that did a lot of contributing outside of Simone Fontecchio's 9 points. Jaime Jaquez Jr. had a near triple-double of 23 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists. Davion Mitchell had a double-double of 11 points and 11 assists. And Kel'el Ware with a double-double of 15 points and 10 rebounds. And for the Knicks, Mikal Bridges had 15 points. Landry Shamet came off the bench with 36 points. Jordan Clarkson had 24 points. Both Landry Shamet and Jordan Clarkson became the first 2 bench players to score 20 points or more coming off the bench since Derrick Rose and Emmanuel Quickley did it back in the 2021 season for New York. Of course, Josh Hart, he had a triple-double of 12 points, 12 rebounds, and 10 assists. And Karl Anthony Towns, the star of the game, he had 39 points and 11 rebounds. So again, this one is a tough and arduous loss for the Miami Heat, but they will have 2 days off to recover from this one because they will face the Knicks yet again on Monday. So the Heat will have a whole weekend to pull themselves back together. I'm sorry. Yeah, the Heat will have to get themselves back together as they will face these same Knicks again on Monday. Game starts at 7:30 p.m. and you can watch it on NBA League Pass and on FanDuel Sports Network Sun. Again, Monday at 7:30. Knicks Heat round 3 in the Garden. That game starts 7:30 p.m. on Monday on FanDuel Sports Network Sun and NBA League Pass. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for tuning in for the Heat, for this version of Heat Zone Live. I know it was a tough loss, but what can you do? It was probably an important game for the Heat, especially with their standing in the NBA Cup. But again, they have two more games in the NBA Cup against both Chicago and Milwaukee. And of course, they have Monday's game to get ready for against New York. So again, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for tuning in. I know it's kind of like all over the place, but I want to keep you guys informed and entertained at the same time, as well as give you some exciting play-by-play. So again, thank you for tuning in, and like I said, games like this are almost like make or break for the Heat. And sometimes you either grow for them or you don't. So, with that said, I'm Deron Butler, reminding you to always run through the paint. I love you guys. Take care. Look out for one another. Be kind to one another. Always know that we are one no matter what. So, take care. And as always, go Heat. See you guys on Monday.